Amazon Prime provides more than just faster delivery, it offers you access to numerous quality series that you can watch, and we're focusing on precisely this part of the platform in this video. Today we bring you the list of the top 10 Amazon Prime series that are a must-watch. We have personally seen most of the shows and have tried to bring you first-hand reviews of them. So let's get started with our list. Number 10, The Boys. The Man of Steel being the savior of the world is an old story. We mean, why should those with power always follow the path of righteousness? The makers of Amazon Prime, The Boys, share the same view. The series witnesses the wrath of a selfish superhero and the different reactions normal humans have to it. Some simply accept them, some have to bow to power, while a few psychos fight back. The story starts with a couple of individuals each dealing with their own demons, with only one thing in common: their hate for superheroes. These individuals are brought together by Williams Butcher, better known as Butcher, who then plans an assault against the superheroes, and believe me, you're gonna love this guy. He's ruthless and ready to cross all boundaries for his goal. What makes the series even greater is the fact that these heroes are not actually at all evil. Some are genuinely good but are struggling due to the strings on them. And the story shows their struggle and their breaking point, which gives a kind of relatable vibe to the series, adding some human emotional elements. Apart from their stories, the storylines, emotions, drama, action, suspense, and thrill of the series, if guaranteed to raise your heartbeat time and time again.
I can't do this. You just pulled the fucking trigger!
Number 9, Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan follows the classic nerd on a quest to save the world. The show is about an analyst whose main job is to keep tabs on cash flows to predict possible terrorist attack risks. And our man Jack Ryan is good with the job, in fact a little too good, that he sees the possibilities even where others cannot. The show has 3 seasons and each season focuses on a different kind of attack. We mean, it would be boring to have a man chase a bomber every season, right? Anyway, the show is popular because of its psychological aspect. You know, the way Ryan analyzes every person and uses it to his advantage. And it's gotten some really brutal action with war shorts as well. If you are a war story and crime show watching type, it's a must watch.
Come back. Promise me.
I promise you, I am the best chance you have.
Number 8, Fleabag. When it comes to Amazon Prime shows, Fleabag is the top recommendation. It's a short watch with just 12 episodes of half an hour, each divided into 2 seasons, and no more episodes are coming out. Anyways, the show is a blast and has a unique writing. Phoebe Waller-Bridge wrote this show as an adaptation of her 2013 play One Woman. The show is pretty engaging and will keep you interested to the end. It's about a woman who's trying to cope with the recent loss of her best friend and is defending herself against normal life drama. She has a not doing so good cafe and a weird love life. The show is comedic with a hint of emotion, and believe me, a lot of you will be able to relate to it. And the thing is, the show is not stretched like most others these days. The writer ended it on her terms, and we personally think that's a good thing. You can expect a well-planned and equally good ending.
What makes you a normal person?
I don't believe in God.
I love it when he does that.
Number 7, Mr. Robot. This one's a classic, and to be frank, a little slow-paced. There are times where you might feel the series is too slow, but that's the thing about the series. Even when it's slow, you won't be able to stop watching. It has a lot, and I mean a lot of moments that'll keep you hooked. The story follows an antisocial hacker, Elliot, played by none other than the Oscar-winning actor Rami Malek. The guy is hell-bent on changing the wrong thing around him. His main target is corporate America, that is, sucking out people and their funds for their benefit. But of course, that's not gonna be a simple task. First, because the corporation is rooted, and secondly, because even this hacker has his demons. His antisocial life takes a toll on his psychic, and the narcotics he uses are no help either. And then there are the whole corporate mind games.
Terrorist. People are going to die!
If we don't do anything, there'll be no coming back from this.
Number 6. Invincible. If you're fine with some animated series, then the Amazon Prime series Invincible might be the one for you. The series is an adaptation of a comic series of the same name. The story is about a half-alien who's just started getting powers and wants to join his superhero father. The story has a lot of elements of fun, starting with the character finding ways to help others while protecting his identity and learning the gist of the work. But it all changed after the death of multiple pro-heroes and certain life-changing truths. The series is short and ongoing with only one season out, so you might be left with some cliffhangers, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a really interesting watch. Not to mention, its second season is planned to release this year, so you may not have to wait that long.
We need to talk. What I'm about to tell you will change everything.
I wasn't ready before. Now I am.
Number 5. Lord of the Rings: The Ring of Power. The Lord of the Ring franchise doesn't need an introduction. The set of the films, as well as their source novels, are an all-time hit. The series is a prequel to these movies. The series starts from a peaceful time and also taps into the start of this universe. It talks about the gods and their followers along with different races in this universe. But of course, the peace doesn't last long as one of the creator gods turns evil and so do his followers. The god gets locked into void, but his follower is still on the loose. And yes, you guessed it right, it's Sauron. The rest of the series revolves around the concept that the darkness will rise again and the different reactions of all the species. It also gives hints about the origins of the rings. Oh, and the graphics of this series are far better than even the movies. You'll love the CGI work. Some of the shots, especially the ones from the Elf Village, are just a treat for the eyes. Number 4. Good Omens. Angels and demons, the two opposing forces of nature always working against each other, right? But imagine what would happen if they found common ground and started working together. Well, the series Good Omens is the perfect answer to this question. The series is about a kind-hearted angel and a tricky demon who have gotten attached to the human world. But then comes the birth of the Antichrist, who marks the end of the human world. Now both these opposing forces must work together to save the world while also pretending to be in favor of other angels and demons. The series is a little slow, but it's fun. It's lighthearted and has humorous moments, and the acting is just magnificent. The series is seriously addictive. No way you can stop at one episode per day. We can bet on that.
Well then, welcome to the end times.
Oh, you're my best friend.
Number 3. Hanna. Not every institution works on making super soldiers for the benefit of the world. Some simply need them to establish power. And this theory forms the basis of Amazon Prime's Hanna. The story starts at a facility working on conditioning and genetically modifying kids to turn them into soldiers, when one of the lab workers runs off with the subject. You know, the whole Hitman 47 thing. This runoff kid turns out to be Hanna and has special abilities far surpassing normal human capabilities. The rest of the series follows Hanna's journey to learn about her past and why her guardian restricted her to a faraway forest for most of her life. There are also loving and emotional elements to the series, but of course, the main part is the insane action. It's a pretty wholesome and fun series. Number 2. Reacher. For taste murder mysteries, Reacher is the perfect watch. With a taste for this show works on the classic overpowered man in pursuit for good theory. The show starts with a mysterious gigantic character sitting on the table enjoying pie when he gets arrested for murder. It then follows Reacher's day-to-day life working on and off to find the truth behind the murder. Of course, with some flashbacks from his past to establish his character and how he turned the way he is. There's a ton of wild action, hand-to-hand combat, witty punchlines, and suspense in the series. We would personally recommend it. Number 1. The Wilds. We are not big fans of survival dramas, but still, we find The Wild to be interesting. The show starts with a plane crash that leaves a group of girls from different races and backgrounds stranded on a deserted island. Now they must work together to survive the island and deal with their emotions. And as you may have guessed, the situation does have a twist. Turns out the plane crash is staged and the survival games are just an experiment conducted under a government project. The show has pretty simple writing, and its season ends with the girls getting out of the island. Its season shows a similar accident and situation, but this time with a group of boys. The twist this time is the girls from the previous season caught wind of this fishy situation. They're trying to communicate with the boys. Now, whether they're able to do it or not is for you to find out yourself. Anywho, this was our top list of the top 10 Amazon Prime series. If we've missed a show that should have been on the list, let us know in the comments along with your views. Thank you, and see you soon.